Okay, good afternoon class and welcome everybody. So before I start, I want to ask. So everybody knows that, right? Where are the course content, how to download the course content, and where to go in order to watch my lecture videos. You know that, right? So if you see here, I have put a link of my lecture videos. Okay, and then there are two sections, you see, section 2 and section 3. Section 3 is other section and section 2 is for you. Okay, so if you want to recap this lecture, if you miss a class, okay, and then go through and watch this lecture video. Okay. Okay, so let us start from our last class where we ended with. In our last class, we discussed, we are discussing primitive data types, right? There are actually 8 primitive data types. Okay, there are 8 primitive data types. There are 4 siblings. There are 4 siblings of integer. Can anyone please tell me the siblings of integer? Integer, short, byte, and long. Okay, and there are 2 types of decimal numbers, decimal types, double and float. Okay, and there is a type character. Okay, but Java, Python does not have character. Okay, there is a type character and there is a type, another type that I forgot last time to discuss. Can anyone remember? Boolean. Okay, last time I forgot to discuss that Boolean type. So let us go from there. Okay, Boolean type actually is used to hold a Boolean value. What are the Boolean values? Can anyone please tell me? True and false. Okay, there are 2 corresponding. Thank you so much. There are 2 corresponding Boolean numbers, binary numbers. Okay, actually not Boolean numbers, binary numbers. Okay, related to the Boolean types. Those are 0 and 1. Okay, so those are 0 and 1. False. Sometimes we indicate 0 for false and sometimes we indicate 1 for true, right? Okay, so this is our hello world program that we discussed last day. Okay, so we forgot to discuss about so how to declare a Boolean type. Okay, Boolean, in some language it says bool, maybe in C# it says bool, right? Okay, in some language it says BOOL, like C#, and in Java it says Boolean. Okay, it says Boolean, BL, if I say BL, okay, maybe I discussed Boolean. Oh, we did, right? Oh, then that's good. Okay, so maybe then another thing that, okay, so in Python you need to type in T is in uppercase. Okay, so sometime, okay, so you know, although there are some there are 2 types of decimal. Okay, in decimal by default decimal types gets after 6 decimal point, 6 digits after the decimal point as an accuracy. Okay, can you please do Google search. Okay, about this. Maybe so far I remember there are 6 decimal points. After the 6 digit after the decimal points, it gets accuracy. Okay, although decimal and floats are both used for holding and accessing decimal type values, but there it is not a good idea to compare a Boolean and a float type. So let us do that. Okay, for instance, I have double variable d over here. So for instance, if I say my double equal to 45.50 and my float f equal to 45.50. So if I want to check whether so is d equal f, anyone knows what is mean by this double equal sign? It is the logical operator, right? Okay, so I want to say is plus sign. Okay, so I want to say d equal to f. Okay, so let us print this. Sorry, let us run this program and let us print the output on the console. Is it not happened? Okay. Okay, that's good thing. It is showing me true, but it is so far I remember it is not the always case that it will show true value, because sometime let us do like this way. Although it is 45, I'm not sure that it will show always same result. Okay, it is showing true. Okay, I like you to do some research and some practice about this. Maybe there is a quiz question like this. It's sometimes confusing to me because in my I cannot remember actually what is where did I do practice, but I have some instance that it showed me false, but sorry, I cannot remember that where is the situation. Okay, let us start our journey today, so that we will discuss about our content. So next is coming Sunday midnight will be due for your quiz 1 and quiz 2, and your quiz syllabus and policy quizzes due. All quizzes are due Sunday midnight. Okay, so if you click on learning modules, and then if you click on module 01, review of 1301 and 1302, you see the lecture PowerPoint slide 01, 02, 03 and 04. We will cover these today's class and in the next 2 classes. Okay, so actually I do have downloaded. Copy. So I want to open this. So let me open. Okay, before that, before I go to the lecture, so I will share this with you quickly. Okay, I will share this slide, lecture 00. This is for the first year experience PowerPoint slide. Okay, it is developed by Jeff Chastain, our associate dean. So he asked us to share with you. So yeah, so I already welcome you for your first year experience and this class. Okay, so as you know, why are you in this class? Actually, you are in this class in order to complete one of your requirements, right? One of your required class for your higher study in computer science or software engineering or your IT major. So this is part 2, problem solving part 2. It is the advanced level class. Mainly you will learn object oriented programming concept in this course. So sometime we will discuss pseudocode, but you will see that ultimately you will learn parallelly 2 languages, both C# and both Java. No matter whether you are taking your Java lab or you are taking your C# lab, I urge you to install both C# and Java on your computer and do practice both C# and Java. So that ultimately, so you will be learning two languages parallelly. It's not simple. But you will see that most of the time, maybe I will work with Java, but sometime I will also give C#, because it is easy for me to access Java. Okay. So we have a policy of we have one lecturer but 4 professors. Although I am giving you a lecture over here, so if you go to our office time for our office visit, you may find other professor over there. So you can ask your question to anyone else. And in order to, in order to pass in this course, pass means in order to be succeeded in this course, you need to get an B, a B, right? A B or an A. So I like everybody to get an A, but if you miss somehow, so please, okay, be serious and be sincere so that you can get a C. You can get a B. I'm sorry, you can get a B in this course. Okay. So all communication must be through CSE email. Please do not send me email to your D12 system or from your personal email address. So you know the withdraw date, right? Everybody knows the withdraw date, right? Okay, so if you do not withdraw yourself within the withdraw date, okay, so then you will get a WF, the same as failed. And we do not have any makeup exam in case, okay, and we do not have any replacement for your quizzes. In case you have any emergency or any family situation, okay, or any accidental situation, please let me know as soon as possible. I will try my best to do an alternative for you, okay. And people who has enrollment with special services, disability center, please send me an email ahead of time, okay, so that I can know that. And everybody here is assigned with a lab class, right? Is there anybody that is not assigned with a lab class? You have to take a lab class. You have to assign either a C# lab or a Java lab, 1 credit for this course in order to complete this 3 credit. And if this course is 3 credit, lecture is theory is 3 credit, and you have to take 1 credit lab. Register for, right? Although your lab credit is lab course is for 1 credit, but you have to study more, not 1/3. All practice. Okay, we'll go to your lab class. So you are aware about your majors, right? There are 4 majors: software engineering, computer science, information technology, and game design and development. I will upload this lecture, okay? I will upload this lecture. Mainly, actually, I want to upload this, okay. Okay, that's good. Let's go to the next slide. It's not working. No. 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 Okay, so the lecture 1 is just a review. I will go through this. Sorry. here. Okay, so these are the common data types, 8 common data types. Look, okay, so we already discussed this. Okay, string. Okay, string actually it is a class. It is a class type, but it has other name. Sometimes it is called a reference type. String is sometimes also called a reference type. A string type is used to enclose a group of characters within a double quotation. Okay, so there are a lot of use and uses of string. We will discuss about string operation later. Okay, so I think everybody knows that how to declare a variable. In order to declare a variable in Java, Python and C#, we need to declare type first. Type means what kind of data, okay, you want to store. Okay, sometimes, okay, the siblings types, that's integer, float, so integer, byte, short, long, all the sibling types contain same value, same kind of value, okay, but there is difference between range. Okay, for instance, in order to declare an integer type variable, we say integer my number. Sometimes you see that in order to declare a variable, we use like this type of naming convention. It is called camel case. So M will be started all variables and methods by default should be started with a lowercase number. Then for the next character, for the next word, beginning character will be in uppercase. So then like tax rate and then interest rate, you see the R is in uppercase, then it looks good. Sometimes you can use underscore. Okay. And if this is in C#, console.write is used to display something on console, on computer monitor. And there is another one is write line. Write line, there is a little difference between write and write line. After, if you use write line, so by the end of the line, control goes to the beginning of next line. It is like most likely as what is that called? Print ln in Java. And sometimes you will see console.readline. Readline is used to get a value or enter a value from keyboard. So in my program, that whatever I discussed in my previous class, all I put hard-coded values, fixed values. But if I want to scan my value, so during my program runtime, okay, with an acceptable value within the range, then I need to use in C#, it's called, there is a scanner, and then in Java it is a scanner, we need to use scanner, and then C# it has read line method. Okay, unlike there is a difference between Java and C# naming convention is that in Java all methods start with a lowercase or camel case number, but in Python, in C# methods start within a uppercase. So this is a read line. If it would be in Java, it would be R in lowercase. And in C#, print is likely the right method in C#. and println is likely the right line method. Okay, and the scanner object, scan here is an object, okay, of scanner class. So next line method is used, or next integer. These are used to next integer is used to enter an integer number from your keyboard, and next line is used to enter a string or a group of characters that might be alphanumeric characters, that might be new numbers as well. So it will accept numbers as long as you press enter. As soon as you press enter, it will be ended of your assignments. Okay, so this is talk about data validity. So as you know that in order to work in a program, we need to do we need to have a valid assignments of our variable, right? Okay, and sometime you will see that in our course lecture slides we will use pseudocode. For instance, in pseudocode you will see name. If you see name equal to dot within double quote with nothing within it, that means this name is a string with no value. Okay, and print, okay, that means it will be printed this text with on the monitor, computer monitor. Not, it will be not printing on your printer. Like it is, this print is associated with this write or write line or print or println. And this read, by this read you will say user input. That means you say okay, there is a mistake over here. Let me fix it here. So it will be user underscore input at least, because a variable cannot take two names. So read after this is the variable name, and you have to name whatever you input. So you know if you want to give a variable name, you can use, if you want to give a space in your variable name or method name, you can give underscore, but you cannot give dash or minus sign. Okay, it will not be accepted. So for instance, if you print this, then it will be printed what is your name and then whatever you enter after the clone. Okay, so do this practice please at home. I think everybody knows that how to scan a name, like how to scan how to use next line. Next line is used to scan a string. You can input your full name or first name or last name. Okay, whatever you enter, before you press or you enter, hit your enter key, everything will be entered, and everything will be accepted and will be assigned to the what is the variable name here? It's name, right? It is a string type variable. Okay, so here there is a pseudocode. This is about, okay, if and else if and else conditions. Okay, if is used for conditional statements. So here in this code, initially where you are assigning age equal to 0, then it is giving a prompt, how old are you, then you will be reading your input, and then whatever input you give, actually I see there is again an error over here. Actually it should be an underscore. Okay, and whatever input you give, and then if whatever input you give, that will be given to your variable age. Okay, actually this AGE should be in uppercase. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. So actually maybe by user input they mean a message, then it's not required to use underscore, but if it is a variable then it needs an underscore. So sometimes pseudocode is vague, it's incomplete, so I don't know, and you cannot know until go in detail. So what it will do, so whatever age you enter, if your age is less than 18, then it will be printed like this. So for instance here, although there is no double quotation here, but double quotation is implied over here. So like this type of pseudocode, double quotation is implied. Okay, so like if in your exam or your test, if you find something without double quotation, then do not tell that, okay, so this program will not print anything because of the mistake, because of the error that there is no double quotation enclosed for the string. Okay, do not tell that, okay, because double quotations are implied over here, so you have to assume that there are double quotations at the end. Okay, so if your age is greater than so less than 18, that will show this, but if your age is less than 21 but greater than 18, then it will show this. But else, if that means if your age is greater or equal, then it will show the else block. So same thing like in the program condition in C#, same thing almost, and same thing in Java. So in all programming languages, almost all programming languages, like if you have a block more than one statement, then a curly bracket is used in order to enclose your block. Sometimes, like some languages like Python does not require to have a block, but it requires an indentation space at the beginning. This is called curly bracket. So it's used to enclose a block of statement that more than one statement that needs to be enclosed through curly brackets. Okay, so then declaring a method. How to declare a method? In order to declare a method, you need your return type, name of the method, and sometimes parameters are optional. And then you have to enclose your body of the method within curly brackets. As you know, all methods are assumed to return some value to the caller. But if you wish, or if a method is declared so that it will not return any value, then that value, that method's return type is used as void. A void method can perform something, can print something, but it cannot return anything. So this is a pseudocode for method. So all okay. So please remember that something. Okay. Okay. So all methods in your exam. Okay. Then you will do some. This is a common mistake. In your exam, if you are asked to write a pseudocode of method, you must start with method, and this is your method name. Okay. And say in pseudocode, this is a convention that you will type in here begin or start. Okay, sometimes people forget to use begin, and sometimes they forget to use end. So this end means that you are ending this method. Actually in programming language we use like curly bracket, okay, opening second bracket and closing second bracket here. So since in pseudocode we do not use curly bracket, we use begin and end. So these are the common mistakes that you will do in your exam. And if you do like this kind of mistake, you will lose points. So here are something, same pseudocode. The previous one was pseudocode, and this is a corresponding C# code, and this is a corresponding Java code. Okay. So at this, yes.
Is there somewhere we can find the syntax for pseudocode? We're pretty much learning the language.
Is there any?
Yeah. Since we have to use like in and end, is there any other syntax that we need to know for pseudocode?
In the first year experience page, good question. Okay, so he's asking that where do he know about the pseudocode? FYE. So if you please go to FYE, first year experience page, then you see that there is a pseudocode plus sign over here. Okay, there are many problem solving guide, and there are pseudocode template. Okay, so this is good thing. Okay, so everybody please go through this pseudocode on the first year experience page and go through some pseudocode templates. Okay, there is a template over here, pseudocode references, and mostly we discuss pseudocode in our 1321 class, but it has some good resources and some information how to write pseudocode and what are the syntaxes. Okay. So please go through this first year experience page and know more about how to write pseudocode. So I think everybody knows this. So here there is something, two vertical bar is used, right? Can anyone please tell me what is this? It is a what kind of operator? Yes, OR means, yes, logical OR operator. Okay, this is a logical OR operator. That means if choice less than 1 or choice greater than 4, then for either of those cases it will be true. So the while loop, see this is a do while loop format. Okay, and do while loop, the while part always contains, okay, a Boolean value that must be the true or false. So the body of this do while loop with these two lines will be executed until this part, the condition part of the while true remains true. Okay, so there is a difference between do and do while. Okay, everybody understand the difference between do and do while? So for the while loop, while comes first, okay, and there is no do needed, and at the end there is no semicolon. But please be careful about that. For do while loop, at the end there is a semicolon. The semicolon is required for do while. For the while loop, okay, so it checks the I will see then a while loop. If for the while loop, it checks the condition first. If its condition is true, then it enters into the loop body. But for the do while loop, no matter whether the condition is true, this condition is true or false, it will enter first within the loop body, and then after executing the loop body one time, it will check whether the condition is true. If the condition is true, then it goes back to the body again. Again, it will so as until it gets a false value here, it will be continued. Okay. So here at the end it says return choice. So what kind of value this choice can return? The choice, so you see this integer means the return type of this method is integer. Get choice, that means this method can return only an integer type. Okay, so it can return any integer type. So this is a for loop, and these are simple. So I think everybody knows about for loop, and then for loop is straightforward, used for looping or iteration or for repeating. So for pseudocode you will see repeat. Sometimes you will use repeat, that is while. Repeat means while. Sometimes instead of repeat you can write while, and this is do while actually. So this is the pseudocode and this is the corresponding C# code. These are actually code snippets. It's called code snippets, means a block of code, but these code are not complete. You cannot run this code until you put this code within a main method. Okay, this is called code snippet. It's part of a code. It may be, sometime it may be complete code or it may not be complete. And this is the corresponding Java. This is while. So while loop works until the condition is true. If condition is false, then it will not enter into the loop. So these are straightforward. These are mainly for your 1321 course content. So everybody please go through these slides, and then if you have any questions, please let me know. So now let me go to the let me go to the second slide. I want to complete this slide in 10 minutes, okay? So review of actually class. So everybody knows that, right? A class is a user-defined data type. We will discuss more about class in this course. Okay, a class contains some variables and some methods in order to access those variables. Okay, all classes have at least one method. So a class contains at least one method that is used to declare an instance of this class, that is called a constructor. A constructor is a method of a class that is used to declare or create a variable and initiate of the class variables values. By in general, a variable, a class type variable is called an object. Okay, so method can be private, public, or protected. If it is public, that it can be accessed from anywhere, from other project or application, from outside of the application of the project. But it is private, then only the same package that can be accessible within the same package. If it is protected, then it can be accessed one level up. We will discuss protected qualifiers later. Okay, and there are two common things. It's called getter and setter. In Java, it is called get and in Java it is called getter and setter, and in C# it is called get and set method. In some languages, it is called mutators as well as. So here the class name is public class is trophy, okay, and this class has a string type property name, another integer type property point, and by default when you declare a property, if you assign this value, then it will be fixed value for point 10. Okay, and it has a method called trophy. But this method has another name. It is called constructor. If a class has a method that is same name exactly of its class name, then it is called a constructor. A constructor is a method that actually used to assign value to the fields of a class. Okay, but there are some rules and restrictions of using constructors. One of them is that a constructor cannot have a return type or return statement. Okay, even you cannot put void for a constructor. Okay, so a class may contain multiple constructors. Here there is another constructor trophy. This constructor is called non-argumented. It has no argument, and this constructor has two arguments. Even a class does not contain a constructor, a default constructor. It contains an empty constructor. Empty constructor means it is like this, without any body. Without any body, it is called empty constructor. This will be an empty constructor. And if you have somebody, this is non-empty constructor. Okay, constructors can be overloaded. Here I have shown that here there are two constructors here. So overloading, we will discuss that overloading in this course a lot. Here this is called get method and this is called set method. A set method is used to set value of for the fields, and get method is used to return that value. In Java it is called getter and setter. You need to access setter first, then you need to access getter. We will learn about getter and setter a lot. The toString method is used to override the string representation of an object. We will discuss this in an actual program. Okay, and everybody knows that an array is a data type. It is not a primitive data type, but it is a what is called modified data type. An array contains a group of same kind of data. If it is an integer type array, then it contains all integer values. If it is if it is an integer array, it cannot contain a string value. Okay, all values must be integer or is associate type or siblings type. Okay, if it is a double type, then it can contain either a double or a float value, or maybe it can contain an integer value within the range, but the integer value will be put in as, like, if you put 35, it will get 35.0. In next class, I will show this with an example, actually with the program. Okay, so in this slide, there are examples of array in C# and Java. Okay, traversing is array is called searching. So in our next class, we will go through searching algorithm. Okay, and then sorting is another type. If you want to arrange or rearrange the elements of an array either in ascending order or descending order, then it is called sorting. Sorting algorithms are difficult and time consuming. Okay, and we will in maybe in Friday class we will discuss about some review about some sorting algorithms. So these are the traversing means searching. Okay, so this has the minimum value of using. This is a searching method. So I will discuss this in a class in an actual program in an actual program in the next class. Okay, we don't have enough time, so please go through these slides and then I will discuss this in my next class. Can you please give me 2 minutes, because in last class you know that my laptop's battery was dead. So I could not finish pushing my code, right? So where I was, can you remember that? So what do I need to do in order to push my code? This code. Give me just 2 minutes, please. This code I need to push, okay? So I need to do a few things. First of all, I need to give a cd command, cd into the project name. What is my project name? CSE. Oh, I need to go to workspace first. You see the workspace at the corner of my, you see that the corner of my, here, of my Eclipse workspace. That means I am in workspace folder. So I need to go to my workspace folder first. CD, W, then I press tab key and then enter. And then I need to press CD. You see at the top, this is my project name. CD CSE, that is I'm pressing tab key. This one is my project, and then I will press git space status, right? So this says hello world. I have to modify hello world just right now. Okay, so it's red color, maybe you cannot see it. So then I need to give git space add space dot. There's whatever changes I have done, it will be adding. Okay, and then I need to do git commit space -m. Okay, says the program modified bit. Okay, any comment I can write in. Okay, so I will show you. So now if I go, you see that if I refresh my project or click on my project, it is showing me this little up arrow and then 1. Remember, see that this up arrow and 1, it means that whatever committed I have done, these committed changes are done in my local project, but it has not been pushed to my remote project yet. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to give a push command, that is my last command, git space push. Can anyone tell me what is the push command? Git push origin master. What is mean by origin here? My original project is my remote project. Okay, I'm sending my code from my original project or remote project master branch. So then I will hit enter. So as soon as I press enter over here, so you see, please give a second to see. You see that it is modifying, it is pushing my code over here. At the end of a push command, if you see this something this master to master, this is the actually is a push ID. By using this push ID, we can come back later in the previous mode. and this will show me my local master code has been transferred to my remote master code. Now if I go to, and it shows me my push command is successful. Now if I go to my project, my GitHub account, CSE1322S02L04 experts, and then if I go to my repository, and this one, you see that I have done this one. And if you see the some red and some blue, some or green color, this red means that I deleted this on this line. Previously it was red line means previously it was 23.50, but I changed it 2 times. I changed it to 45.5000. Green means, and here these green lines I added. Okay, and these lines, this blank space I deleted, and this blank space I added. So this is how we use GitHub. Okay, this is a good tool, so everybody please know about GitHub. So anybody has any question? Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next class. Bye bye.